What is going on, guys? It is your boy DiamondDiancie1 here, back again here on PlayStation Source, and once again we are back here on Road to Dreams episode 4. We have covered a lot of different topics on this series. We are a week out from release, from launch, and I'll be getting it, so make sure to check back on the channel for how I feel about Dreams, my impressions, overall thoughts, etc. Different stuff like that. But if you're watching this series on YouTube, you can also watch this series on the podcast services. That, those being, of course, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Podcasts, all the good stuff. All you gotta do is go down in the description and find our Anchor link, as well as follow our other links down below as well, including our Discord, Twitter, and different stuff like that. All that stuff down below in the description. So Road to Dreams, we had someone on the first episode, very very good episode, I say so myself, where we fully went over the overall development road of Dreams, if you will, the whole 8-year development of Dreams from Media Molecule, and we had some other topics as well by myself in episodes 2 and 3. But now we do have a special guest with us. I would just implore you to introduce yourself, good madam.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hi, I'm Diantha Crystal, and I am a creator in Dreams. You may know me as DiamondDiancie1, and I am well known for making art kits, characters for the.
I see. Okay, and before we even get started with what we were going to go into this episode, if you want to plug anything, any Twitter or any YouTube, feel free to go do so right now as well.
Well, you can definitely find me on Twitter at DiamondDiancie1, on Instagram, and YouTube at DiamondDiancie10, and same PSN.
Beautiful. There we go. All right. There we go. And so just starting. So you mentioned that you make, was it art assets? Was it model assets? What were you saying that you primarily make in Dreams?
So an art kit is sort of collection that has a whole ton of themed assets. So they're kind of inspired off of the art kit that Media Molecule released, the Ancient Times art kit, where essentially you create characters and all sorts of models, plants, architecture, those sort of things, to help people make creations within a theme. Like the Halloween art kit had assets themed around Halloween, like various dead trees and jack-o'-lanterns and various Halloween-y characters, just all sorts of fun stuff to make your own Halloween creations without having to make everything yourself.
Okay, so from what I'm gathering, so an art kit is essentially let's say you were sifting through and searching through different art kits on Dreams, and if I was looking for a cyberpunk-esque type of futuristic type of looking kit that has different models, different architectures, different stuff that you would put in a given Dream, an art kit kind of just a folder that has all those different things that fits that theme. Is that kind of what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Deal. Okay,
That's
that
exactly.
works out. So you have made one yourself?
I've made a few, actually.
Oh, okay, all right. Go off, Queen. Go off. What?
Yeah, and I'm making a right now. I'm currently working on a sci-fi.
Oh, okay. So what other kits have you made? So you've made a sci-fi one, and
I've also made a Halloween themed one, a Christmas themed one, and one sort of inspired off of Tropical Island.
Okay. A little island vibes. Okay, I see. And just from a creative perspective, is it pretty easy to look and see how many people are using your assets that are using your kits and your assets in their Dreams that they're making at home? Is there good numbers to see how many people have been using your stuff, or is it kind of just a guess type of thing?
Definitely. If you go into any asset and scroll to the right a little bit, it will tell you how many times that asset has been used in a creation. And if you go all the way to the right, there is a section where you can every single creation that is public that has that asset asset incorporated in it.
Oh, okay,
Super
that's
cool.
nice. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, cause I bet like we've talked about a lot here on this Road to Dreams podcast series where I think it would be cool if like I made something in Dreams and I see how many people utilize it and use it. Like I bet that's a really cool feeling from that perspective. Like so have you also made any dream levels yourself using the art kits that you've made or that other people have made or?
I don't really make games. Like I'm definitely working on some right now that feature the assets, but I mostly do just make assets for the.
Mm. I see. I see. Yeah, because I remember. I think they talked about like the conception of like, hey, someone that just wants to, make character models or just make animations or just make, environments and stuff like that, or just any other different asset, but not necessarily want to make a dream in themselves and then not want to make a level on themselves. They can easily do so and completely just be viable still in dreams. So like, there's still like it's because you would imagine like the average person that is like a dreams creator are making full on levels and doing all that good stuff that we saw at the Impy Awards. But there's also the sliver of people like you where you just want to make these specific assets and you don't necessarily want to make a full on dream. I think that's really cool how like the game kind of supports both ways and whatever you want to do. I like that. I do like that. Have you had any intention of like collaborating with other people on dreams? Like I don't know if you know someone in the dreams creator community type of vibe of people where you might want to work with someone on something and use like assets and make assets for them specifically or.
I've definitely already done that.
Mm.
Like for example, I've even collaborated for my art kits where some of my art kits I collaborated with Jamie Breeze at Media Molecule where he made some music for the kits that match the kit so that you have more assets in one place. I've also collaborated with Kai Fraz in making an extremely accurate Sackboy
Mm.
and I have collaborated with Mandelbo, where I made her protagonist for her game. I wish I could remember what it was called, but super awesome RPG.
Nice, nice.
Well, he made.
I've actually talked to Kai Fraz was the one that recommended me you actually. So you look at that. Shout out to Kai Fraz. Shout out. What has been your favorite thing that you've made, and what's favorite thing that like you've seen in dreams? I know like a two-pronged question there, but what have you made that you've enjoyed, and what have you have played or seen out there that you think is really impressive in dreams currently?
Well, one of my favorite things that I've made is so Utopian Interitus No. 4, which is a robot that I made back in the early days of the beta.
Mm-hmm.
It was super fun to just really enjoy messing around with him. For the community, it's really hard to pick just one. In fact, I have a collection in Dreams where I take some of my favorite creations, just gather them in one place. But I definitely have to say things by things like the House of Beavis. Probably heard this before, but the House of Beavis really is amazing. It's a wild trip and it's really cool.
I mean, I kind of want to. I mean, I don't have access to Dreams right now because I didn't get into early access. I wish I did, but woe was me, right? So I'm getting it next week, obviously upon release. And I'd like to have like a list of just like, okay, what are the must-to dreams to see on day one? You know what I'm saying? And why I want to see the dreams that are on day one is because like more than likely there were dreams that were made during early access, and I really want to see like what's been made in early access, like from a first-hand point. Like we did have the Impy Awards that we talked about last week. We went over the winners of the Impy Awards. Did you tune into the Impy Awards? Did you tune in?
Yeah,
Mm,
Definitely, I was watching the whole time. Wonderful.
beautiful. So did you enjoy the Impy Awards? Like, did you think that it was a good idea for a game like Dreams to have an award show type of deal, like we had at the Impies, or?
I definitely do. I came from Little Big, and Little Big Planet, me and Molecule hosted the Saki, which was a very sort of award show sort of for Little Big Planet, and it was super fun, but I really think they took it to the next level. I think that kind of recognition of the community by the game developer is just really amazing. I think it will really help promote greater life so it doesn't die.
Yeah, yeah. I have a very like same point of view in terms of like for a game like Dreams, right? And this just totally no disrespect to Media Molecule, totally no disrespect to the studio. I love what I've seen from the game. I can't wait to get my hands on the game, you know? But Dreams is not going, at least I don't think it will sell like a Last of Us or sell like Started by 2077. Like it's not gonna be like some incredible success, but if they're able to have these award shows and like have these different things that allow the people that are invested in Dreams to stay in Dreams and like kind of bolster them as a group of people, that enjoy this game, I think it'll be overall better for them in the long run. Like to kind of just have this tight knit, very very dedicated group of people that want to make stuff in Dreams, and kind of have them be at the forefront in terms of like an award show. So for me, I think it was a good idea. I've always thought it was a really 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 great idea and a really neat way to kind of promote the game as well. There was also I guess I want to ask you like about some of like the tool sets as well in Dreams, because they do talk a lot about how they had to develop a whole new like suite of tools for creating in Dreams, right? So in terms of like sculpting and like, do you have like PlayStation Move wands, or are you playing on just a DualShock 4? You know?
I actually just use a DualShock 4, yeah.
Okay, I see. So you don't have the Move wands. You just do the old DualShock 4, the tried and true DualShock 4. So I guess
Yep.
how do you feel about the tool sets? Maybe if you want to compare it to Media Molecule, I mean, from not Media Molecule. If you want to compare it to Little Big Planet, by all means you can. But like, just speaking on the tool sets, like how have you found them to be in Dreams?
Well, tool set is super duper intuitive where the sculpting feels very much like sculpting with clay, but actually easier in a sense, where it's really easy to sort of just sketch out an idea with the sort of soft blend, various different tools. I feel like it would be a little bit easier if Dreams featured a sort of front view mode, similar Little Big Planet did, although I'm not sure how they would pull that off, but
Wait,
that
you want them to have a front view mode? Because
um
I'm
no.
just trying to like visualize it in my head, you know. A
Okay,
f-
so front view mode was a mode Little Big Planet where the depth of field would become extremely small, so you had a sort of locked position, which was really easy sculpting things added well to a sketch, or where in Dreams there's not currently like a sort of camera lock or any tools like that where it's really easy to sculpt from a sketch,
uh-huh.
but I
Okay, I
feel
see. I see. Okay, so you would want that implemented into like the tools that like some sort of like camera locking mechanisms, or like some way to like make your shot not move as much while you're sculpting.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, I see. But overall, I guess they did tout a lot, in the development of this game. Like they wanted to make creating different things in Dreams overall a pretty easy learning curve, and not it be so demanding or like so daunting to like the average player or someone that has made other things before in other software. So do you feel like they have succeeded in that way? Like, do you feel like the tools are easy to get used to and to utilize, or do you feel differently?
Yeah, I definitely do agree. The Dreams tools are super to get used to. I feel like the camera movement is probably the hardest where you can learn the tools in maybe about a day, but moving the camera tends to take about a week or two.
I see.
So
I see. Okay. Okay.
that's
So really, your like main gripe in terms of your personal workflow of making assets and stuff like that is the camera.
yeah,
I see.
definitely.
I see.
It's like the camera is very fluid and as well, when you come from Little Big Planet, you're not used to having to move a camera in 3D space with a DualShock 4, and it tends to be really difficult at first, but it becomes intuitive over time.
I see.
Just something,
I
yeah,
see.
it's something you just have to learn. Like, I just absolutely hated it the first day, but once I learned it, I
Yeah, because I have to assume that making a level in a 2.5D game like Little Big Planet would be a little bit more of a different systematic like way of creating as opposed to having to deal with a 3D environment and make 3D models. You know what I'm saying? Like I assume that'd be a bit of a learning curve, so I could see that. What so so I don't know if you watched the Game Awards. Did you watch the Game Awards this year?
I actually
Did or didn't? I'm sorry.
I did it.
You did not. Okay. So what I thought was interesting, and I don't know if you've heard about it or if you played this level, then by all means you can voice as much detail as you want to. But they did a partnership with Jumanji. I don't know if you saw this, and they had a
Yeah.
level in Dreams promoting the movie, which I thought was a brilliant way to kind of have Sony and its different properties kind of do a little co like not sponsorship but like just a way of letting people know about a movie that's coming out. Promotion, that's what I'm looking for. It was a good cross promotion of the two, of Dreams as a game and the movie as well. Do you see that being like a bigger thing in Dreams overall? Like, do you think we'll see a lot more of those cross promotions in Dreams, or do you think it's just like a one off?
I definitely hope that we see more, but one thing I do hope is that the community will actually be able to play the level. Like you see the people, the cast playing this level, but you're also able to play it. That was one issue I had with the Jumanji level is that only the Jumanji cast got to play it. Although the community is very well capable of just I feel like being able to see people play cross promotions and then being able to get the game and play it yourself, it would so much better
Right.
overall.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That was something I was a little bit confused about because I thought that when they were showing it off on Game Awards, I thought it was intended to be like, hey, this is a Dreams right now. Sorry, this is a Dream right now that we just launched in Dreams. You can play it yourself if you have early access, and you can experience this, along with the cast as well. That's what I thought they were going with, but it wasn't available it wasn't actually published in Dreams, which I thought was really interesting, and I didn't really understand that. Yeah. I'm kind of with you on that too. It's like if you're gonna have a cross promotion, like why not let us play it? It's cool that they made a level like that, but why not go the extra step? And honestly, the easy step as to just publish it onto the overall Dreams, Dreamiverse, if you will. I do want to ask you about they talk a lot about how all the dreams in a way are somewhat connected, right? And I believe I'm referring to the dream surfing mode. Don't know if that's available in early access or not. But have you like what's it like if you don't want to create in dreams and you just want to play a bunch of different dreams? Like how is that?
Actually, super duty where you can go to dream surfing and you're presented with just all of these different games right on the menu, like a sort of YouTube recommended. But then there's Auto Dream Surf, where it's a whole thing where if you click that, the game will just randomly choose dreams for you to play.
Okay.
And after you finish one, you'll play the next one and go down a rabbit hole where one moment you're playing a game where you're shooting alien zombies, and then the next game play you're a little cat girl holding two cats and you're building cat piles, and then the next game you're bouncing a duck all around, and it's just a wild experience.
Hmm. I see. Interesting. So Um, do you do that often, or is that kind of like, do you primarily work on your art kits in dreams, or do you also like take time, sometimes and just dream surf?
I primarily just dream shape, so create. I do sometimes take time to dream, but yeah, I'm not a very good gamer, so I usually only play dreams when people send them. But yeah, I tend not to play them on my own.
It's interesting that you just said that. So you would consider yourself not a gamer?
No, I wouldn't. Although I did put thousands of hours of into dreams, I'm not very good at games. So
Interesting. Very so like, well, I guess is what I'm getting at is that like, do you well, then I guess how did you find out about dreams? Like, well, because it seems like, I mean, the way you talked about Little Big Planet and stuff like that, like it seemed like you were a gamer to me. But are you just more of just like a media molecule fan in terms of like creation? Is that kind of your angle, or?
yeah, definitely. Like I mostly play games where they're sort of creative, where I'm practically playing a creation program. It's like even in Little Big Planet, I would spend most of the time in my moon creation area, and I would just build levels, and most of which I would never publish. I would just build all sorts of things. Well, in Little Big Planet, and that's very similar to what I'm doing in Dreams, where I'm just spending most of my time in my own little creative, goofing off with tools.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I just wanted to be like crystal clear also. So like, do you not play any other games? Uh
I do play other games, but I tend to trust fast when it's not creation oriented, or I just am really bad at it. Like recently, No Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which it's amazing, but I just get a little bored when I don't have that creation.
that is
I can.
so interesting. That's such an interesting angle. Like, no, I mean, I guess like not even in like like in like a per se negative or positive way. It's just like I just totally did not anticipate, for like someone that is fully invested in like creation games, to like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just never thought about it that way. But yeah, that's an angle that I was not expecting, huh? Interesting, interesting. So, do you like have a desire in the future to end up in a game studio as like a designer, or in the art department, or like asset making of a studio? Like, do you have aspirations of that, or is this more of just like for fun?
Well, I actually would definitely love to go into that in the future, and I would love it even more to go work at Media Molecule.
Mm.
That is like my dream job, but I currently live a few thousand miles
Just
too far for
just a
that.
few, just a few thousand, just
Yeah.
just a few. It's a bit
Just
far, but no, I mean, homegirl, I believe in you. I believe in you. I can put out some tweets. You know what I'm saying? I can we can we can definitely make something happen. At least someone see. Um, did did anything that you make, or any level that was featured in the Impy Awards, have assets that you made, that you know of, or?
there was actually a surprising concentration of assets that I made in the featured creations, and I just thought that was super cool. Where a lot of the games and stuff, like for example, the Pig Detective Halloween
Yes.
special,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
it utilized a lot of assets from my Halloween art kit, and
That's cool.
there's so cool things, and I just thought it was so awesome. They even featured one of my characters, Granny Snail, on the pink carpet where she would appear in the cuts time, alongside like Breezy's llama and Pig Detective and Ruckus, all of those fun characters.
That is neat. That's neat. That's neat. That's neat. So yeah, like even though I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know. But even though you didn't get nominated for anything on Dreams, it was cool to see you featured at least in the Impy Awards.
Well, I was nominated for two awards, but
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
for what?
it I was nominated for Best Curator and Creator of the Year, so
What? Dang! That's really cool. Holy snap! Yeah, because I mean, I watched the full award show, but I forget who was all nominated. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I don't know the Dreams community that well from like a first name and like from like a name basis. I know like Project Genesis, because I've talked to him like a few times, but that was cool man. So that's cool how you were not. So what was the process of that? Like did they reach out to you via email and let you know, hey, you're gonna get nominated, or how was it from a nominations perspective?
It was actually just a super casual Twitter DM where it was just like Abby or Tom just shot me a DM saying, "Hey, yeah, you were nominated for this. We need to make sure that this is entirely your content and you're not infringing on any copyrights, but yeah, you were nominated for this and it's super cool, so congratulations."
That's
Super
sick.
casual, so
That's sick. That's sick. I mean, since you got Media Molecule employees in your DMs, look, if you can secure the boy a copy of the game a little bit early, greatly appreciated. I don't know what strings you can pull, you know what I'm saying? But maybe we'll talk after about that, cuz I'm really trying to get this Dreams going out. Like I'm trying to so I'm not sure if I'll ever create something in Dreams, but I think it would be really cool if like I did, or like someone that I know, made like a kind of like an episodic like series of games, right? That all connect either like narratively or in some form or facet, and like there's like trailers for the next episode, and like and there's release dates and stuff like that, and all that. Like I think it would be really cool if like either I helped work on or actually make like a 3-part episodic like narrative game, something like that. I just think that'd be neat. But
yeah, and there are definitely some cool ones going on right now, like Pig Detective. Pig Detective already has Pig Detective 1, the Halloween special, and Pig Detective 2, and Pig Detective 3 is currently going on, and they're trying to get some voice actors and people to help. And then there's Mr. Casey Jones' Opposite Day series, with there's 7 opposite. They're wild.
there's you cut off a little bit, but there's how many opposite days? That
I think there are 7 Opposite Day games.
I see. So do you have anything that you're working on right now in terms of like an art kit or some sort of collaboration that you have going on right now in Dreams that people could probably check out if they have it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm working on a couple things right now, but for one, as previously mentioned, I'm working on a sort of sci-fi um art kit that's based around this whole little story that I've had in my head for about a year now, where it features alien protagonists and just a sort of overall sci-fi world. I'm also working on a sort of Little Big Planet inspired game
Nice,
that
nice.
takes Little Big Planet element, applies it to a sort of new sense where it's almost kind of like a Little Big Planet 4 in a sense, but not that long.
I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Well, hey, you know what? I mean, I will, outreach my assistance if I can do anything. I'd be interested in doing voice acting. If you have any voice acting needs, I'll definitely try it. If you have like, I don't know if you have like scripts written or anything, and like I know you're more of like an art kit type of maker in Dreams, but if you have a script and wanna get a crack at doing voice lines, I'm down.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Why
Ciao.
not? That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I guess if I guess to kind of like wind down the conversation, how where do you see Dreams in, let's say, like 3 years?
Whoa. Well, if we track this sort of progression of events, I really think that Dreams in a few years will definitely have some fully fledged, as well as definitely feature length movie, well, with definitely exciting.
Right, right,
I can
right.
definitely see like musical artists making albums. Music tools are so great as well.
I see.
And there's so much I really hope to see dreams being utilized in many different fashions to help with like cross promotions and movie making, game prototyping. Full on 3 years will definitely be a sight to behold that I
Right.
really look forward to.
Yeah, yeah. So just overall, like you you see like full on like games and sequels being made in there, movies as well being developed in Dreams and stuff like that, and better like cross promotion as well within Dreams.
Yeah,
I see.
definitely.
Very interesting. So, what is, I guess, one thing you want to see eventually come to Dreams? Think like just completely suspend any like, oh, is this actually possible? Just if you can make anything happen in Dreams, what feature or what thing would you want to see be added or expanded upon in Dreams?
Wow, that's a. I know one thing that I would definitely love is to see like some custom shaders and sort of outline tools where you could make things that look like they're 2D animation, similar to some games like Yokai Watch and Pokemon right
Uh
now.
huh.
And just like being able to cell shading, flat colors, those sort of outlines where you're making dreams look like something else. I think that would
Yeah, I totally
be
get
super cool.
that because that's something that I've noticed a lot too. Like with dreams, while all of the dreams levels, look really really cool, right? And they're all really really creative and stuff like that. It's difficult to make something that doesn't look like it was straight up made in dreams, if that makes sense. Like there's still like a specific art style to even the assets that are made in dreams that I would love it to where they could add like different styling, and make it look like completely different, like a Borderlands type of cell shade type thing, or something that looks like maybe a game that could be on Switch or something like that. I
Yeah,
do feel you on that. Yeah, yeah, because I feel like it seems pretty hard to make an asset that looks like it was made in like Unreal or something like that, or just has like a different coat and polish and color to it. That doesn't make it look like it was made in Dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because Dreams has that like specific style, and it's hard to it's it like it seems like it's hard to make something that doesn't fit that. I definitely see
yeah.
what you mean. I guess if you have any other thoughts on Dreams, like however else you want to display on this episode, then I'll let you talk, and I think we'll call it an episode. This is a really good one, and I appreciate you coming on.
Of course. Yeah. I recommend Dreams to anybody who's into gaming or creating or streaming films or those sort of, because as it's recently been called, Dreams really is a use for every the options that you do in Dreams are just going to expand where Dreams can definitely be used as a teaching tool, as a tool for prototyping, for movies, for games, for asset creation, just it's really becoming a whole sort of collaborative environment where Dreams really feels like it's almost one game studio with thousands upon thousands of members with its vast online options where you can remix other people's games and gather your assets online, or you can put assets. It's just this giant dev kit to make all sorts of fantastic creations. So really game I'd recommend to anybody, regardless if you're into gaming. I certainly am not that into gaming. Dreams fantastic.
I see. I see. Well,
Dreams is
there you go.
also great for like anxiety coping and all sorts of things where it's just really good to just get into the tools, how intuitive they are, really helps to just kind of relax you if you just want to mess around with fears for it. Really nice.
I see. I see. I see. Well, thank you for coming on. If you would like to
Of course.
plug any of your content or your Twitter or YouTube, etc., again, links in the description as well, for everyone watching at home. But you can let us know where people can find you.
So yeah, I'm most active on my Twitter, which is at DiamondDiancie1, but anywhere where I'm online, like Instagram, YouTube, it's either DiamondDiancie1 or Diamond10. If you want to find me, 10.
There you
Yeah.
go. DiamondDiancie10. There we go. And of course, you can follow me as well, of course, on twitter.com/PSSourceVids, as well as, of course, keep it locked here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source. Make sure to go to our links below where you can find our Discord, our Twitter, as well as our Anchor link if you want to listen to shows like this, like Road to Dreams, or the Save Slot podcast as well on the channel in a audio format. That, of course, being Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Podcasts, all the good stuff. You can follow us on your favorite podcast service down below in the description. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source and all other Dreams content as well. I have some ideas about actually utilizing Dreams on the channel. I think we're gonna start to see those once we get the full game out next week on Valentine's Day, on February 14th. So that is all. Once again, thank you so much, Diamond. Wow, Diamond Diancie. Jeez, I can't talk today. DiamondDiancie10. Thank you for coming on. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed your little Road to Dreams featurette. Hope you enjoyed.
Definitely.
And make sure folks as well to check out her links down below in the description. All right. Thank you all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits.